Yeah, don't dance. It ain't never gonna stop. Search. Now lean back. Lean back. Lean back.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. So a moment now to see the story for Norman Powell.
And guys, this effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. They'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
So here's Miami's starting group. Wiggins is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Mitchell. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Powell in at the 3 slot. And for Atlanta, Johnson and Okongwu man the post positions. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. And it's Young in at the point guard. We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
Powell, the pass to Hero. Back to Powell. Lets it go from deep. Okongwu grabs the board. To the inside. The kick out to Young. The Hawks working the ball around. Okongwu with the screen for Johnson. 3-pointers off the mark. Now the Heat with it. Wiggins in the post. Johnson's there. Wiggins surveying the floor. 5 to shoot. Pass to Adebayo. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Young outside. Okongwu with a screen on Mitchell. Young's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Mitchell outside. And a wide open look for Hero. Bangs home the trifecta.
And this is an area where Tyler Hero is so dangerous. No hesitation on the catch.
Last year marked the first All-Star appearance for Tyler Hero. Tim, he clearly is the pride in Milwaukee, one of the great high school players from that area.
Well, Kevin, he has finally put it all together and taken his game to the next level. Not just scoring, but also creating. I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Young outside. Back to Johnson. Johnson with a screen on Powell. And a slam dunk by Johnson.
Well, he is a very mobile 6'9" wing, and Johnson is showing you he's a perfect pick-and-roll partner.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Wiggins with it. Okongwu covering. Wiggins kicks to Hero. To the paint. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, over the course of his career, Tyler Hero has had the ball in his hands more and more, and now you see why. He has really improved his decision-making.
Now, here is Young, still scoreless. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Rizachet. Outside Daniels. Shoots from the high post. Miami grabs the miss. Inside, here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
Well, his team loves to see that. Wiggins attacking with force.
they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Okongwu with a screen on Mitchell. And here's Young from the arc. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. Trying to get open is Adebayo. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by Powell.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Pass to Rizichet. Okongwu finds Rizichet. Back to Okongwu. Johnson outside. Over Wiggins. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Heat leading by 5. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
And it's Daniels with the rebound.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. New group on the floor. While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. The Heat third, number 5, the Hawks.
And both squads extremely adept in transition. They like to get out and run, guys. And this is a battle of greyhounds.
And last season, the Heat trading away Jimmy Butler. Tim, that ended a memorable stretch with some terrific wins.
Yeah, playoff Jimmy emerged in South Beach, a trip to the finals in 2020 as a 5 seed, and again in 2023 as an 8 seed. Underdog runs that highlighted this team's competitive will. He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
1:21 left here in the first quarter. To Kennard. Takes a 3. Wiggins with the rebound. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, that's the big challenge. Teams tend to feel more comfortable at home for sure, so you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. That just didn't happen in this one.
Here's Hero, following the bucket by the Hawks. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Down low, Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
Well, Adebayo is always a threat to dunk it. He's light on his feet and extremely explosive.
Here's Krejci, covered by Wiggins. To the middle, it's stolen by Adebayo. To the inside. Wiggins in the post, and he banks in the layup. And now an 8-point Heat lead.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Heat lead by 8. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Well, it's hard to get stops in this league with so much talent offensively. I love what they are doing right now.
On the court for the Heat, Khalil Ware is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Powell. And it's Smith, and it's Larson in at the shooting guard position. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, guys. Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. Now, here is Smith. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And he can extend the lead to double digits.
Well, the defense was daring him to take that shot, and it paid off.
So let's toss it over to the sideline for a report on Okongwu. What's the situation, Allie?
I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Hawks about his status. We do now know that the ankle is twisted. He's trying to walk it off, but we have no further information at this time. As we get into the season, injuries becoming more common. In this case, he's been given the green light to keep playing. He'll just have to be more careful moving forward. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. We appreciate the update.
Yeah, that sounds like maybe the best case scenario for him. A fairly short path to recovery.
And Tim, breaking down Jalen Johnson's game, what jumps out to you?
Well, Kevin, I think it's his versatility. He can really do everything out there. And when you combine it with his size and athleticism, he's got star written all over him.
Going to the rack with energy and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Young's checked in for Atlanta. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Davion Mitchell comes in for Smith. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Powell for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
Well, they gave us great matchups a year ago. Hopefully, that's the case again now.
And so here is Miami after the basket by Atlanta. Ware finds Adebayo. With the teardrop and too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. Here's what the Atlanta Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And that game against the Knicks, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Daniels comes in for Luke Kennard. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of their starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Now, here's Mitchell. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. To end the drought. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Well, that's two good players going at each other. Advantage to the defense that time.
The Heat with the lead. To the paint. And it's sent back by Okongwu. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Atlanta making a switch here. Reza Shea checked in. And Miami with a change here, too. Heroes checked in. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Mitchell finds Adebayo. Mitchell sets the screen for Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hero. 18 feet away and he knocks it down. Hero's got 8 points.
Yeah, Tyler Hero always under control in the mid-range area of the floor.
Back to Young. Lets it go with the 3. And Ware pulls it down. The Heat leading by 4. Outside, Hero. Down low. And Adebayo with the basket on the assist from Hero. Hero's got his 4th assist in this one. Pass to Reza Shea. Outside Daniel. Here's Reza Shea. Hawkins defending. Great D that time from Adebayo. Now Mitchell. Now Hawkins. Kicks it out to Hero. Off target with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Young, a screen on Hawkins. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Young.
And we know Trae Young will hurt you from deep, but when he's getting inside and scoring around the rim, it just makes him that much more difficult to contain.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Making a change here. Gaze checked in. And then for Miami, Wiggins is checked in for Khalil Ware. And it's Powell in for Jaime Hawkins. .131 left in the first half of the game. Outside Daniel. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. They get it again. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
The definition of relentless effort right there, and that is what Daniels provides every single night.
Back to Mitchell. Pass to Powell. There's Hero with the three. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, another miss from downtown this quarter after being hot in the first.
Now, here's Okongwu. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
A catch-and-shoot specialist, we should say, thrives in that role.
Here's Mitchell, following the 3 by Atlanta. Mitchell sets the screen for Hero. Back to Mitchell. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got his 6th rebound on the night. He's looking for Mitchell and finds him. Here's Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And then the thunderous dunk, adding insult to injury.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Heat out front, they're up by 4. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Guys, thanks. Andrew, this team has set the tone at the defensive end. What's working for you?
We just got after it. That's the main thing. We just try to make them uncomfortable, test everything, and, we were converting on the other side.
It's all about the effort. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. And, folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Thanks for joining us. The story through the first half, the Miami Heat in a game so far that's been close.
Despite being the visitor, they've been in control. They've got an edge to their game. That can quiet a hostile crowd, Shaq.
Yeah, boos from the stands can be a motivator.
Changing gears now, this should be interesting. Let's hear what the fans want to say. Got a question here from Jose and one Hero. Who's the #1 overall pick in the studio show draft?
It's Ernie Bartholomew Johnson. That's the franchise broadcaster right there.
Yeah, I agree. You just put some talent around Ernie and then come back later and you got a championship squad.
Well, look, guys, it takes a team effort, but thank you. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We're seeing a tremendous game here from Tyler Hero.
Yeah, I don't think he'll top the assist charge this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Well, this is a nice adjustment, running the offense through him tonight. That's a nice little switch up.
GA, you hear about 3 level scores, but is it just 3 levels?
That's a great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep 2s as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
The backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. And it's Rizachet in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Hawks star Trae Young and Coach Quinn Snyder are both very close. Young said that's the type of relationship we have. It's not forced, it's just genuine. We both want to see each other succeed, and we know we need each other and everybody else around us. Guys, back to you.
A good partnership. Thanks so much for the report, Allie.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
Here's Rizashea. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. Rizashea's got 6 points.
Well, you can't ignore someone like that on the perimeter. If he gets a good look, he is going to knock it down.
Hero passes to Powell. Adebayo the screen. Inside. Out to Powell. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Three shots.
He's off on the first. No good on the second free throw. And a shift in the front office for the Atlanta Hawks this past summer. Tim, what do you think might have led to that pivot?
Well, Atlanta has missed the playoffs for 2 straight seasons, but their young pool of talent is demonstrating they've gotten some of these right.
Here's Rizashea. 6 points for him. Outside Daniels. Pass to Okongwu. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
And, you know, if you look at Daniels' numbers, he's done a great job improving those assist totals.
Powell, right side. On the wing, Mitchell. And here is Hero. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Hero's got 11.
And that brings them to 3 for 4, and the game plan seems to be working here early.
Pass to Okongwu. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Young.
Yeah, for a smaller guard, Young is very skilled at taking the hit and converting regardless.
Back to Mitchell. Young with the steal. And it's good for 2. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Now here's Powell. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game.
Well, Tyler Hero has really blossomed nicely into his game. The combination of shooting and playmaking, it's a reason this is a former 6th man of the year.
Three shots.
That's good from Hero.
And Hero, one of those guys in the league that can nail free throws with his eyes closed.
And the second free throw, good. So you can talk about the physical challenges, Tim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career.
Oh, my goodness.
In the mid-90s. We were still flying commercial to that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys, like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA players.
Now, if we could do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there, reclining fully right next to you.
Well, we've got a second here. Now let's take a look at the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA, and find out who the steal leaders are. Second is Dyson Daniels.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
Now, here is Young. He's got 6. Johnson outside. Off target from three-point range.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Hero, that's a two-pointer. Adebayo, it falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Johnson outside. Pass to Okongwu. Young with no one around. Buries the long-range jumper. 9 points for Trae Young.
That's what he does every night. He stretches the floor. Trae Young at his best.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Now Young, following Davion Mitchell's three-point attempt.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. They lead by 1. And Powell gets it to go on the assist by Mitchell.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
To the paint, stolen by Hero. And here we go, fast break. Wiggins has got it. Pass to Mitchell. Powell outside. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Tonight has just not been his night. It's that simple. Luckily, they have found success elsewhere.
Here's Rizachet, guarded by Powell. Shot clock at 5. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Here's Young. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Wiggins, a screen on Okongwu. Powell, the pass to Adebayo. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Hero from long range. Pass to Wiggins. Mitchell sets the screen for Hero. Goes back up. And the layup is good. Hero's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Johnson outside. Back to Rizachet. Off target from outside. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the middle. One-on-one here. It's good. 8 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Well, that's an easy opportunity for Wiggins, who runs the floor so well.
Mitchell against Young. Pass to Okongwu. Paxson coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists now in this one. He can't get it to go. Tyler Hero has been leading the charge for the Miami Heat. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. On the floor for Miami starting the 4th. They've got Mitchell. Khalil Ware is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Larson in at the 2-guard position. Sinks the triple.
Something's brewing, guys. The 3-pointers just continue to flow.
Mitchell passes to Larson. Power down with both hands.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Now here's Johnson. Here's Gay. And shot on the way. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Larson with the bucket. And it's a 6-point Miami lead.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half. And they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Kennard with the ball. And Jaquez picks him up defensively. Kennard with the ball. Pass to Newell. And here's Johnson outside. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Outside, Adebayo. Here's Larson. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Johnson outside. Down low, Jaquez with the steal. Now, here's Mitchell, defended by Alexander Walker. Pass to Adebayo, over Kennard. The shot by Adebayo, no good. The Hawks trail by 3. Kennard finds Alexander Walker. Now here's Johnson. Here's Gay. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Jaquez with the rebound. Miami leading by 3. Pass to Mitchell. And here's Adebayo. Now Jaquez. Here's Adebayo. Fades. And the shot goes in. And the Heat lead by 5.
Yeah, he's more than just an interior scorer. Adebayo also has a nice jump shot that he will work in there from time to time.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team, and Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Allie, thank you so much. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Johnson finds Young. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And you can see where he's made the adjustments. This half has been much better.
Outside, Hero. To the inside, here's Adebayo. Okongwu grabs the board. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Now Okongwu. Now Young to tie it up. Knocks down the three.
Yeah, and it was obvious Young is the guy you would go to right there. He is so efficient even when the defense knows he's the one that's going to take the shot.
And here is Mitchell. Powell outside. Jacks up a three. It's good.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
Mitchell against Young. He nails it from 11.
Assertive play by Ricochet. Not every rookie is ready to shoulder the big moment.
Powell outside. Now here's Adebayo. Hero misses the three. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Johnson against Wiggins. Here's Young. And it's good.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. It's a 1-point game. Mitchell outside. Here's Adebayo. Takes advantage. That J is good.
Yeah, they need to get him the ball. Adebayo has a ton of big game experience.
Mitchell against Young. And that one is good.
That is world class.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
That's good from Young.
This team knows they can rely on him in these situations. He is so consistent at the free throw line.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page.
Offensively, Daniels has really come into his own, and now he's taking charge in important moments.
Adebayo with a screen on Daniels. Here's Adebayo. It's good.
Well, Adebayo just stepped up at a critical point in this game. Tremendous amount of confidence.
So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time for your stars to shine.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Okongwu with a screen on Wiggins. Johnson goes in. It's in!
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
Now a timeout called by Miami. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
Here's Hero. Now, Adebayo. Three. Good.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
And that's an intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
2 seconds.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Big time conversion there, puts them up 3.
From deep. And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
So now, let's send it over to the sideline where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game.
Trey, you guys had a look in your eyes tonight. How satisfying was it to get this win?
I mean, it feels great. It feels great getting a win. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm just here to help my team win, whoever we're playing against, and that's all I care about.
Thanks, Trey. Guys?
Oh, terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. And that'll do it, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Trae Young.